What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody. Look, let's talk about Peacemaker Season 2 finally coming to a close this Thursday. James Gunn had posted this up, setting up the pile up in Peacemaker finale this Thursday. Yeah, this is the pile, all right.
That is one big pile of shit.
This is a giant pile of bullshit. That's basically what this entire season is. In my opinion, one of the worst seasons of a superhero TV show that I've ever watched. I've barely laughed, and this is supposed to be a comedy. I have barely laughed at any of this. It's not funny. The story is stupid. He's trying to tackle this topic of racism, and he clearly can't. And that's another thing. Like, why are you putting racism as the center storyline in one of your first 3 projects of a brand new superhero universe? Can somebody explain that to me? Why is this a cornerstone of your superhero universe now that you're bringing racism into this? Is this a topic that's going to bring your audience in? It's, oh man, I really was looking forward to watching this superhero show about racism. That's what I've been waiting on. And Nazis and all of that crap. Why would you put that first? Like 7, 8 years down the line? All right, sure, go ahead. But once you've established yourself, you're trying to establish yourself right now. Why would you bring Nazis and racism? Not to mention all of the degeneracy that he threw into this show. This edgy middle grade humor that James Gunn is known for. Like, bro, none of this shit works, man. This isn't funny. Can you just tell us stories about superheroes and supervillains and give us some good storylines? Can you just do that? No, I can't do that. The only thing I can do is what I've been doing my entire career. James Gunn's the wrong man for the job. He's the wrong man for the job. Look, and then, of course, when people call him out because they said, hey, man, this whole Nazi storyline is just kind of stupid. You know, and it's very divisive. James Gunn says, oh, you know, the racists have called me polarizing. So now he wants to call folks racist because they disagree with how he's approached this entire show and this entire universe, to be honest with you. If you don't like what I'm doing, you're a racist. All right. And now we're getting to the point where nobody's even watching this bullshit. Peacemaker ratings are tanking. James Gunn's DC experiment is losing viewers and respect. Shout out to Marvin Montanaro on the article. Yeah, so I guess if you don't watch, all right, and you're helping the ratings tank, oh, you're probably a racist as well. Okay? Oh, you didn't watch it? You're a racist for not watching it. It's like, this is so stupid. James Gunn, I'm telling you, man, wrong man for the job. There's no way in hell that you put this series as one of the first 3 things that's supposed to be building up your universe, the building blocks of your universe. You're going to put this show in there? This is stupid. If you was going to put Peacemaker in there, man, you got to be PG-13 with it. But Peacemaker doesn't really work as a PG-13 series. So unfortunately, yeah, you just got to, hey, we'll get to Peacemaker season 2, 8 years from now. Right now, I got to get Green Lanterns going. I got to get Batman going. I got to get Wonder Woman going. I got to get The Flash. I got to get Aquaman. I got to build the DC universe. And it's like he starts with Creature Commandos and Peacemaker. And we were all kind of like, let him cook. Let him see what he's going to do. This is what he gave us. This is what he gave us. So, yeah, nobody's watching this trash. No surprise there. And so, yeah, I don't know where this is going. All right. I don't know where this is going, but I don't think this is going anywhere good. Now, look, I could be wrong. Maybe Lanterns comes out and it's a banger. Maybe Supergirl comes out and it's a banger. Maybe Clayface comes out and it's a banger. But somehow I have my doubts, all right? Just this TV show alone is telling me everything I need to know. This dude is all over the place. He doesn't have a game plan. And this thing is about to fall flat on its face. But yeah, let's look at how these ratings are doing. Shout out to Marvin. James Gunn might be calling fans racist, but it turns out audiences are calling him something else entirely. Irrelevant. The new season of Peacemaker, once hailed as the bridge to Gunn's new DC universe, is flopping so hard in the ratings that it's not even charting on streaming. That's bad. You should at least be able to get the DC name out there and chart on streaming, but you can't. Why? Because of the type of show that he made. It's like I can't sit down with my kids and watch Peacemaker together as a family. I can't do it. Like I could possibly do some of the stuff that Marvel was doing. I can't watch this with my kids and really start digging into what is this DCU. Okay, we like Superman. Now it's time to move on to the next project, which should be building momentum. It's not building momentum, James Gunn, if nobody's watching it because you got an orgy in there. All right. The language is one thing, but you got a full frontal nudity. All right. Dongs just swinging on the screens like, bruh, I'm out. I'm not watching this. People are not going to watch this with their kids. I said this from day one. All right. And so it doesn't surprise me at all that nobody's watching. Peacemaker, nowhere to be found on Nielsen. According to multiple reports, including data compiled by Nielsen and SambaTV, Peacemaker Season 2 is a non-factor on the streaming charts. The show hasn't cracked Nielsen's top 10, and as Cosmic Book News notes, not a single episode has shown up since its debut. All right. So this is Nielsen. All right. This is at smack dab in the middle of the Peacemaker season. It absolutely should be on this chart. It's not. The lowest thing is the paper, you know. And you see all of these various shows, nothing on HBO at all. So yeah, again, nobody's watching it. And the reason that nobody's watching it is because nobody wants to watch your degenerate bullshit, James Gunn. You're supposed to be building a superhero universe that brings all fans together. Not just fans of the boys, all fans, the people that was watching the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You should be trying to attract some of those people, along with DC fans, along with fans of the boys, along with fans of young, stuff for younger kids. You should be trying to cast the widest net possible because you're building a universe, and I'm pretty sure David Zaslav didn't tell you, oh, just go ahead and make the DCU for these people right over here, And if anybody doesn't like it, call them a racist. Call them a racist and tell them that, you're not welcome in my universe. I'm pretty sure David Zaslav didn't tell him that. This guy has no oversight, and that's the problem. Nobody's checking him, all right? He needs somebody to go out there and check his ass. Even SambaTV, which tracks viewership across millions of smart TVs, shows the series slipping fast, falling to number 16 among original streaming shows by episode 4, all right? Yeah, and you see this post was by The Last Photo Max. He had asked no Peacemaker, and he's asking that to SambaTV, who posted up their weekly wrap-up, I guess, their weekly TV weekly wrap. And yeah, Wednesday's number 1. All right, Wednesday, I think it just came out. Or if it just came out, maybe the second week it came out. So everybody was watching Wednesday. And yeah, Terminal List is on there, Beauty and Black. Look, K-Pop Demon Hunters didn't slow down at all. Okay? But where's Peacemaker? And they said, well, we took a look. Peacemaker landed at 16 in this week's streaming top 10. So that's what's up with Peacemaker. So yeah, nobody's watching this shit because nobody wants to have a whole lot of degeneracy thrown in their face. Plus, it's not funny. That's like the biggest crime out of all of this. All of this stuff that I'm saying, hey, if the show was legitimately funny, that would be its saving grace. All right, at least this shit is funny. It's not even funny. There's like maybe 2 or 3 things that I laughed at, and that's it. After 8 episodes, man, like the first season, I was laughing like pretty consistently every single episode, and I thought the story was good, and I liked the characters. These characters, it's just like there's nothing funny going on here, So it's just a giant waste of time, in my opinion. That's a massive drop-off for what Warner Brothers Discovery was reportedly positioning as the connective tissue between Gunn's Superman film and his Gods and Monsters slate. When a show tied directly to your cinematic reboot can't even appear in the same charts as the great British baking show, something has gone seriously wrong. Yeah, it's James Gunn. You gave the keys to a kid. It's like a kid is running this thing right now. He has no idea how to run a cinematic universe. He's making Kevin Feige look like a fucking genius right now, man. And I've always said Kevin Feige is not the genius you think he is. But right now, where he's at, doing all of this stuff with this show, oh my God, man, they need Kevin Feige to come over. What he really needs, he needs somebody else. He needs oversight. He needs somebody to look at what it is that he's doing and say, nah, we're not doing that. Cut that line out of there. Get this joke out of there. It says critics love it, viewers don't. Hollywood trades and entertainment blogs have been eager to describe Peacemaker as edgy, bold, and uncompromising. Gunn himself bragged in GQ that he had virtually no oversight from Warner Brothers, saying he could do whatever I want. Maybe that's the problem. No, that's absolutely the problem, Marv. Not a maybe about it. That is absolutely the problem. The lack of oversight. The fact that nobody is looking over this dude's shoulders to make sure that he's doing things the right way with this franchise tells you everything you need to know. I can do whatever I want. He sound like a bratty kid, man. Like you sound like a kid. What was that one movie where the parents are away on vacation and the kid throws like the biggest party and ends up burning the house down? What was that? That was like Project X or something. That's basically what James Gunn is, man. He's the Project X of cinematic universes. And it's like, oh, the parents are gone and they told you to not throw a party. Oh, I'm throwing a party. They told you not to have friends over. I'm having all the friends over and people I don't even know. And I'm bringing all the hood here. Everybody's coming through. You know, maybe that's the problem. Yeah, that's absolutely what the problem is, man. Now, audiences didn't tune in for political commentary or heavy-handed messaging. Exactly. That's not what we came to see, especially when you just started the superhero universe. They wanted superheroes, not lectures. Instead, Gunn filled Peacemaker Season 2 with bizarre moral parallels, linking Christianity to fascism, equating alternate Earth dictatorships with modern America, and turning once fun characters into mouthpieces for his own worldview. Nobody was here to hear James Gunn's thesis on how modern America is just like Nazi world. Nobody was here for that, bruh. Can you just tell us good, fun stories? Have a good time, make us laugh, you know, make us cheer for the heroes as they're about to defeat the villains. Are you capable of doing that? I don't know if he is. I don't know if he is, man. I think he always going to have to put some sort of a message with it because this is how he started the universe. Now it's like, all right, guys, I'm done with the racism talk. Let's get back to actual superhero fun. I don't think we can. I think now there's going to be a message in everything, or at least people are going to be looking for it, right? What might have been quirky fun in season 1 has now become a political statement that alienates the very viewers DC needs to win back. I think the people are gone. The viewers that DC needs to win, look, let me show y'all this. This is what DC wanted, or at least what they should have wanted. The DCAU in live action. James Gunn should have said, yo, Superman's first, then we going Batman, Wonder Woman, then we going Green Lantern, Flash, then Hawkgirl, Martian Manhunter, Justice League, that's where we're going. And then we're going to unite the 7. Remember that shit when, what was that, Zack Snyder's shit? We're going to unite the 7. We're going to bring them all together. We're going to form the Justice League. And then we're going to go out and we're going to beat Darkseid's ass. That's basically what everybody wanted to see. But we can't get there because these people have too many. I got to put my racism in this. I got to talk about Nazis and how America is just like Nazi world. That's what I got to do. Instead of just giving us fun. And then I got to have orgies in this shit. And then I got to have people talking about they're about to bust a nut all over the computer and all of this weird shit. It's like, what in the fuck is wrong with this guy, man? Again, parents left the town. James Gunn was like, aha, let's go. All right. It's time to throw a party. It's time to invite all of my degenerate friends over. And it's just going to be an absolute dumpster fire. And we're going to burn the house down. That's what's going to happen if they let James Gunn keep cooking. He going to burn down the whole house. At least that's the way I see it. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about it, man. Is there any hope? Are we ever going to get this? All right. I think a lot of old school fans know what I'm talking about. If you watch the DCAU back in the day, it's like we just want to get to this point. Can we get this? Because to me, this is the peak of superhero anything. Marvel, DC, wherever you want to call it. This is the peak. This is the apex. I don't think we're ever going to get here. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.